So you got an agent to join your team or brokerage, but now the question is, how are you going to get them to stay? In this video, I'm gonna teach you the 4 best tips for agent retention so that you'll never lose an agent again. If you're new here, hi, my name is Melanie. I already have financial freedom and now I wanna help you do the same. So I teach all the best things about recruiting, leadership, wealth building, etc. And if you get value out of this video, I'd love if you could smash that subscribe button so you can stick around and hear all of my future tips. Now, most people don't understand this, but recruiting the agent is just the first part. You want to make sure that they don't leave, because then you just wasted all of your time finding the agent, training them sometimes, and then if they just leave and go to a different brokerage, then you wasted a lot of time, and nobody likes that. So let's just jump right in. The first thing that is going to be crucial for retention, and it has a lot of other benefits as well, is creating a strong brand, which means also a strong culture. Now, this has a ton of benefits for the front end of getting them into the door, but also it is kind of like the glue that holds people together. If we can all say we're part of the same team, think about a sports team. They all wear the same jersey. People like to feel like they're part of something bigger, like they belong to each other, and having more than just a name of your team or brokerage, but turning it into a culture is going to be huge for the people on your team or in your brokerage. For us, it's the Royal Circle. We do a lot with it. I have it as my backdrop, but for the agents on our team, it also means hats. We have stickers that we give to them when they join. When we announce that someone joined our team, we put a crown on their head. When they have their first closing and we announce that they're gonna get free stock, we put a crown on their head. Everything is branded to the team. Not because we are only advertising, although that is a nice benefit, but people like to feel like royalty. That was part of one of the reasons that we created the team name as the Royal Circle, but people like to feel like they're part of something. It's harder to leave a movement than just a team or brokerage. So whatever your name is, whatever your brand is, if your team or brokerage is called your name, that is very common in the real estate industry. You can still do it. People still want to brag about the community that they're part of. People are very proud of their work, and if you give them the opportunity to wear swag or to give them your logo and they can put it onto their cover photo, things like that that you might not think are that important, make a huge difference. We have so many agents that take our Royal Circle logo and put it on their social media posts, oh, here's how to get pre-approved, and then they put our logo in the bottom because, again, they like to feel part of the culture. And our brand is very big. We're one of the fastest growing and top producing teams in the world, so that also elevates their brand, which is just a side note. But it's very, very special of a feeling when we go to a happy hour with our team and there's 6 agents wearing the same hat. It really strengthens the bond, it creates that connection, and people are going to be less likely to leave if they feel like they belong. And that is a perfect segue to our next thing, number 2, which is introduce your agents to each other. A lot of team leads and brokers feel like it's me and them, and me and them, and me and them, and me and them, and this is going to create a huge divide, and then it's like you're running like 6 different teams or however many agents you have, because it's very separated. You want to introduce them to each other, you want them to learn each other's strengths and weaknesses, you want them to go to each other for questions. Not only will this help save you time, but someone on your team might have a better answer for something than you. I say this to the team all the time, I'm not the smartest person in the world, someone else might have a better answer. We run our team like a round table, that's why it's called the Royal Circle, because we believe that everyone has something to bring to the table and everyone is smart and everyone is valued. It is one of the core values of our team, and not only does that create a stronger community feel, but it also helps agents with whatever their goals are. Like if someone on the team is really good at pre-foreclosures or really has the best connections to lenders in town and they know 1,500 different lenders, having your people know each other and get to know those little quirks will help all of them grow. And as a leader, that's what you should want. You should want your people to succeed and reach their goals faster and easier because they're part of your team or brokerage. So some ways that we really cultivate that relationship is we do happy hours locally. Our team is in many, many states, but we're based in Austin, so we do once a month happy hours, and it's great for the team to get to know each other. We also, of course, do all of the trainings and stuff. Those are on Zoom, so it can be sometimes hard for people to create an organic connection. So every once in a while, for the last 5 or 10 minutes, we'll do Zoom rooms, and we'll put people into rooms with 2 people, and we'll give a prompt, like a question, either relevant to the training that day, or just what's one goal that you have this month, or what's something you recently learned, like kind of just a general question. And we put them in rooms and they meet each other and they talk for 2 to 5 minutes. And that is a great way just to get that initial connection. Another thing we do is we have a Facebook group, and we encourage everyone to friend each other and support each other's posts, like comment on each other's posts, which helps boost the algorithm so they get more eyes, so they get more clients. And again, as the leader, you want your team to succeed as quickly as possible and as easy as possible. So having them friend each other, and then just as a byproduct, by doing so, people are gonna read their posts and get to know them and figure out, oh my God, you have a son, I have a son, both of our sons play football, we should talk about that. Or like, you know, organic friendships will just happen when they're seeing each other like that. And another thing that we do is called the Royal Council, which we will assign accountability buddies, and basically everyone will list their name, who wants to be involved in it, and then me as a leader, I will pair two people that I think will get along, and they are accountability buddies for the month or the quarter. We kind of change it, and that is just a nice way for them to have that space. You know, some people, we had 2 agents that were texting each other every single morning their goals for the day, and that really created a really strong friendship. One was in California, one was in Pennsylvania, like literally across the whole country. They are very close still to this day. Other agents will do just, you know, one Zoom call to touch base or whatever. So I like to leave that on the table and really cultivate it. Nothing is going to happen by accident. You need to, as the leader, put it forward. So if you want your team to be close and to become friends with each other, you need to create systems or occasions or excuses for them to become friends. So number 2 is turn your team or brokerage not just into a team or brokerage, but into a community. And you really want to encourage your agents to befriend each other, to learn from each other, ask each other questions, and that will create such a strong community that people won't want to leave as much. People are much less likely to leave people. People join people and people leave people. So if they don't have that relationship, if they don't have that strong connection, then it will be much more likely that they're going to leave and join a different brokerage or team that does have that. And kind of similar to that is our third one, which is recognition. People love recognition. There's that quote that babies cry for it, men die for it. Everyone likes to be recognized for their hard work. As I mentioned before, we have a Facebook group, so we love recognizing the positive effort that people are making. We introduce every new agent when they join, and that's a form of recognition. Recognition is amazing for that agent because they feel good, they feel recognized, they feel valued at the team. It's also great for other agents to see what's possible, like, oh, so-and-so just closed a $7 million house. That's amazing. Not only does it inspire people, but it also inspires people to work harder because they themselves want that recognition. They want to be recognized. And then the last thing, which is why it's a bridge from the second thing, is that it creates that friendship. Like, those posts in our group get the most engagement. Everyone is commenting, oh, congratulations, you're doing amazing, love to see you succeed, all of these things, and that really creates such a strong connection between the people. You don't want it just to be you and your agents, you want it to be everyone together in a circle, in a royal circle. So some things that we do for recognition, we have a royal of the month. So on the first-ish of the month, we will recognize a royal from the past month that did either they sold a lot of houses or they showed up to a lot of trainings, you know, effort-based versus results-based. We like to do both. Or they recruited a lot of agents and they brought agents to their team, which is also the royal circle, or efforts-based for that. You know, there's a lot of different reasons that we recognize a royal of the month, and that person gets a graphic inside of the group, and they also become the cover photo for our Facebook group for that whole month. So that's something that I know inspires a lot of people to work harder because they want to be the royal of the month. The meaning of this video really increases retention because people feel like they belong. And community is a core value of human beings. It's something that we're all seeking out. We all want to belong, we all want to be valued, we all want to be seen as people, and doing that so in our Facebook group is one of the best ways that we do it. We also recognize first closing that they have once they join EXP. So we say, oh, congrats, enjoy your stock, because at EXP you get free stock, but also that's a piece of saying, hey, you made the leap to join us, you left the last brokerage that you were at, and we want to recognize that you did that and your hard work is paying off, you had your first closing, congratulations. We also recognize when they cap. Same thing, they get stock, but also we want to recognize that they're working hard. And if they hit icon agent, which is capping and doing an additional 20 transaction, it's like the top producers at EXP and they get $16,000 in stock. So that's a big thing and we'll recognize that as well. We'll also do a welcome post when they first switch, again, recognizing it was a brave thing to do and people like comfort, but you made the choice to switch and improve your life and we want to recognize that and we also want to welcome you. Sometimes we do birthday posts, you know, you could do work anniversaries. Those are kind of the main things, but recognition is really easy. You can even, sometimes I'll just post in the group, oh, so-and-so had 5 closings this month, that's amazing, congratulations. And just a really short post like that, just congratulating agents on what their success is, and that counts as recognition too. So creating that, again, like I said, has all of these different benefits, and it really, really helps with retention because, again, people like to be where they're valued, where they're recognized, and where they feel seen by their peers. Which brings us to our last one, which might be the most important, and that is just strong leadership and having a strong vision and goal. So people follow people. I've said that a few times, and if you've already subscribed to this channel, you know that that's one of my main principles. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe right now. I post new videos every single week. Strong people will follow strong leaders. Strong people will recognize very quickly weak leaders, and they will not be interested. They don't need that. People want to join a place where it will, like I said, help them increase their goals faster, easier, whatever that is for them, with less money, with less stress. So if they can see that in you and they see your strong leadership, they will stick around because they will trust that you can continue leading them. Let's say an agent comes over and they say, I want to close $2 million this year, and they hit that goal, but then their next goal is I want to close $5 million, and they will trust that you will be able to lead them to that place. So part of being a strong leader is just being a good example, working hard. Our agents see us wake up every single day at 5. They see us work 12-hour days on our business. They see us showing up for Zoom calls, coaching calls, buyer presentations, listing presentations, all of it. They see us doing that, working hard, and they know that they can trust us to lead them. They know that we can help them achieve their goals. It also means having a strong vision or a goal that they can buy into. As I've said a few times, people like being part of something bigger than them. So at the Royal Circle, our goal is to help 100,000 agents build 7-figure businesses or more, 7+ figure businesses. Now, the cool thing about the way that EXP works is, let's say you join with me and you bring 10 of your agents over. Your 10 agents are still directly connected to you, and they can have their sub-team, whatever your brand is, you can keep all of it, but they'll also be part of the Royal Circle. So your 10 people will contribute to our 100,000. It's basically like if everyone at your team or brokerage, you said, we want to collectively sell $500 million of real estate, and then all of your agents would say, oh, this month I sold 10, oh, this month I sold 15, and then you would tally that up, and it all goes towards that pool of 500 million. So it's the same thing. Our goal is really helping people. Most people get into real estate because they want to help people, and if you build a 7-figure business, you're absolutely helping so many clients. You're helping any of the people that you're employing in your business, whether that's a transaction coordinator or you're just paying someone, $20 to help you out with an open house. It's a goal that almost anyone can get behind, both if they want to build as well, because they're like, yeah, I want to help those agents do that, and also for them themselves. They're like, I want to be that person. So it helps them feel connected, part of the culture, everything that I've been talking about. It also helps them work harder, maybe show up on days that they don't feel like working, make those calls when they don't feel like making those calls, because they know my team is counting on me. I want to be one of those 100,000 agents, or I want to help 100 agents so I can pool into those 100,000 agents. So there's a lot of reasons why this really helps people stick around. And as a bonus tip, number 5 is just going to be help them. Like at the very core, people will stay if you are helping them with what they want. People care about their goals and not your goals. So if you know that someone comes to your team because they want to still keep their full-time job but sell 1 house a year as an investment property for themselves, and they just want access to MLS, as long as you can help them achieve that goal, they will be happy, they will stay. If you try to say, you know what, if you just sold 10 more houses, you could quit your job and wouldn't you be so happy, and you can, whatever their goal, whatever you want them to do, if you try to sell them on that, they will not be happy. They will feel that. They will feel like you are pushing your interests on them and not helping them with what their interests are. You see the difference? So every agent that comes from you, ask them. We do this on our very first call. We do a success call. I say, what are your goals for this year and what are your goals for your life? And I'm here to help you with that. And I plug them into all of our trainings and stuff, and I write it down so I know every agent's goal. And then when they're having a rough day, I say, hey, you told me that you wanted to retire your mom by the next 3 years. Is that still a goal of yours? Oh, okay, yeah, well, that's why, you help them to remotivate. So those things go a long way. You want to make sure that you're helping people, that you're caring about them, and that you're creating an environment that makes them proud and makes them want to stay. So if you like these tips, you will love our free masterclass where we teach the 3 best things to do for growing your brokerage team or downline, and you can watch that for free down below. I'll put that link in my description. And just for fun, if you're curious about what it would look like to bring your team or brokerage over to eXp Realty with the Royal Circle, I'll put my Zoom link below as well. I'm always happy to chat. And like I said, my goal is to just help you achieve yours. So if there's anything I can do to help you achieve that faster and easier, it would be my true honor. So if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. I love to see you around. I love to help you. Let me know in the comments which one of these was like a big light bulb for you and that you are going to implement. And actually, bonus tip, tell me by when you're going to implement it so that I know that you'll do it, because you are like 90% more likely if you put a date to it. So say, I'm going to make my Facebook group by next Friday, and put it in the comments, and then I can follow up with you and make sure that you do it. Remember, you are all kings and queens, and abundance is your birthright. I will see you at the top.